This is F121. This is the DTR Racing League. This is race number 11 of 12 from Interlagos, Brazil. I'm Seb Bauer. Good idea with us tonight for this penultimate round. Just 2 races left to decide all of our ongoing battles. So things get more and more crucial. Just tonight and next Monday left to decide all those stuff that is open. And what is most open is our Drivers' Championship, of course. Because I don't see him. I don't see Ariel Justice. I'm having myself a quick look into our attendance, and where is he? Where is he? Ariel Justice has accepted. He should be there tonight. Ah, there he is, of course, in the McLaren, in the middle of the pack. He is there, and Shabby is so too. Those are the 2 boys that are battling for the Drivers' Championship, and it is pretty close. So we see Justice leading by only 12 points. The gap was already something around 60 already earlier this season. And then in third is Brent 038, but he is behind by already 40 points. So possible, but unlikely that he might have some stakes left in this championship run, but at least he is pretty much secure for the bronze medal, because he is 29 points ahead of Chabi, and so he should be more or less safe in his third spot. Let's have a short look about what we are doing here tonight. This is a track, the Carlos Pace Autodromo Carlos Pace in Interlagos on the outskirts of Sao Paulo. Track difficulty is easy. Can be said as easy. Lap record of 110.5 on this rather short track. 4.3 kilometers of length, 15 turns. Lap record Valtteri Bottas of 2018. But that will be blasted by, I suppose, something around 2 or 3 seconds. Depends if it is dry or not. We will have an 18 minutes qualifying and a 50% distance race. Is the assists that are of use or can be used. And equal car performances, of course. And half a distance race means 36 laps here in Brazil, in this very classic track. So one of the classical tracks that were added midway through the 70s or beginning of the 70s, something around that. And off we go. Here we are, turning towards Interlagos. I think it was 16 drivers who are in now. We sadly were not scheduled to have a full grid tonight. Should be 17, so maybe including the reserves, maybe 1 or 2 guys might still join a little bit late. But 16, 17, that's more or less okay. That's a pretty good grid. So what else is important? We have, of course, a lot of midfield battles with McLeod and Black Mamba battling for 5th, not far away, and Wesley is in that discussion as well. Then we see Xavi and Zero AK and Vienna battling over 8th. So all that stuff. P12 is still up for grabs. Velocity against Boss Mods. But there are really a lot of midfield battles that I just cannot cover in this limited time. Let's just see who will have the best result of all those midfielders, and then let's have a look about all these whens and ifs and whats and stuff in our last race next week, then Monday next week. We are sitting here in our pit lane. It is fair weather, sunny here in Brazil, but rain is always close. So just like in Spa, there is always, it seems like there's always a little bit of a cloud just around the corner. And here the first driver who went out of his garage, that is Leroy, and we follow him on his first out lap in the Aston Martin British Racing Green. Incredible that the first Aston Martin season is already almost over in real life. We just came off this rainy but in my eyes a bit boring Turkish Grand Prix yesterday. Kazel has joined. He is the 17th driver I was just speaking of. So, and now we sit on to his shoulder and travel with him once around the Autodromo Carlos Pace through the Senna S. Very easy to throw away the lap here on track limits. Then this is the second DRS zone. DRS is a huge factor here in Brazil. Long left-hander and another one, double apex you could say, and he has already invalidated the lap time on the exit of turn 4. Still we stay with him. He is here is in the infield, right-left combination repeating itself. We had a right and then a long left, and here we have a right and a long left, and this is the second sector. This is already it, and then sector 3 right here is just this turn, and then just flat out pedal to the metal straight ahead. It's a slight left bow, DRS zone beginning right here, up, and this was more or less one hot lap with Leroy. Not so hot as he just returns back to his pit crew. Who else? Famrotpri, one of my favorite names. He has posted the first hot lap, a 1:08.8, and that is already 1.5 seconds faster than the real life record. And we have new good lap times incoming. Donkey Dan beating him, and Shabby did so too. Who else is running? Let's have a look at this man, our leader, REL Justice. Not sure what the REL stands for, but whenever he was here, he was really leading the way, blistering pace from him. The big problem from him was that he obviously almost always just can attend every second race. I'm not sure if that is maybe due to his work commitments or something like that. So whenever he was here, he was really fast, and just speaks for his pace if you consider that he is leading the field here in the penultimate race, even though he has just raced for approximately half the season. That just tells you how fast this guy is in his orange McLaren. A little bit of slide there in the intermediate sector, but still okay, I think. No comparison yet possible, just watching him on his first hot lap. Shabby is still the provisional pole setter. Let's see what Justice will do in the first comparison between our championship battlers. First hot lap coming to an end for Justice here, and he is first. Pole position, RDL Justice pushing the limits under the 1:07 mark, being 2.5 tenths faster than Shabby. Only 4 other drivers were able to stay within the 1 second mark. Sherby, Lonkidan, Black Mamba and Svan Hortsen. Interesting is we have seen 2 drivers who tested out the waters on mediums, Wesley and Van Rotbury. But those times not competitive, so they will not stick to these times. Let's have a look at Leroy again. He was the one we were sitting on board on his first hot lap, and he invalidated at the end of Sector 1 and beginning of Sector 2 just a few minutes ago. Let's see what he'll do here in his second try. Here he is at the beginning of Sector 3 and now just flat out, and where will the clock stop for him? In 5th position, 8/10 behind Justice. That is okay, I would like to say, that is okay. Let's see if he might find a little bit more time in the remaining 11 point something seconds here. Meanwhile, we can have a short look at where is it? Searching things up in our Discord server. I think that got a bit restructured, so I'm doing a bit hard to find things quickly sometimes. The team championship standings, that is really interesting and very close. We see the McLaren leading the way, 165 points on their accounts, led by Ariel Justice, of course, and Alpha Tauri is just behind them by 3 points, 162 points, and that means that that is actually the parallels. Justice in McLaren against Sherby in Alpha Tauri, but with Cliffy having summed up more points, the Alpha Tauris are closer in general in team comparison to the McLarens, only 3 points between them. So this could be an interesting battle going on and in those 2 races that we have left, while URL Tesla has posted out lap. Tesla, I think he's one of our reserves for tonight, and what a fast reserve he is. Not bad, beating Justice by 1.5 tenths. That is close, but it is better. Yeah, and what else? The Alpha Tauri then leading by 31 points over Mercedes, and then Alfa Romeo there. A few midway battles as well, midfield battles. McLaren against Alpha Tauri, that is the big battle, the big names that we have to look out about the Constructors' Championship. So what else is important here? Let's have a look at those boys who haven't set the time. That is just down to 2 now. And Kazel is one of them. And Kazel has spun off track in the intermediate sector. The repeating left-right turns. He is slow. He is trying to return safely to the track, not ruining anybody's hot lap. Sherby is on his in lap, back to the pits, did not improve in his second hot lap. And meanwhile, interesting thing, the sky is cloudy now. It's overcast from sunny weather to cloudy. Let's see if that could mean that there might be a bit of rain at the end of the quali. That would of course mean that the time chase is then aborted prematurely. Yeah, and Kazel just goes on. His laps are 1 lap older now, have 1 donut, 1 spin under their belt, but still he just goes on. No comparison yet, of course, possible at the end of Sector 1, as he didn't set a time yet. And Tenkate has moved up into third, the Haas driver. 2.8 tenths behind Tesla. And Nikola Tesla. It's racing with us tonight. Oh, and Donkey Dan is out. Donkey Dan is out. There was a wrecked car. There was a wrecked Alpine. Donkey Dan finished maximally in P8, ruining his car on the exit of turn 4. I suppose he touched the grass there and then just lost it on acceleration. Who else is on hard lap? Maybe Justice is here. I didn't see the comparison yet, but he is in sector 2. The track is pretty narrow there. No, I didn't get impeded there. That the traffic runner, what was it? Some Aston Martin, could have been Leroy potentially, went out of the way very sportsmanlike. Ooh, power drift, very nice power drift from Justice. Very nice looking, but not very fast, of course. So his hot lap is ruined. And he'll return to his pits and then try again. So, he went through. Slight improvement here at the end of Sector 1, running through the tire there, one of our neat little online bugs. He improved by 1.5 tenths after Sector 1. That is approximately just the time that he lacks on Tesla. What will he do here in Sector 2, coming towards the end right here? He lost all his time. He is 0.5 tenth behind now. And I expect him to abort this hot lap, come back to the pits, and then try again in the ongoing 4.5 minutes, and that he does. Xavi on a hot lap. Kazel still trying, no time set yet for him. Xavi on a hot lap, let's have a look what he's doing. Just starting Sector 2 here for the Ferrari driver. He is a bit off time, at least out of the rhythm. Means it is pretty much likely that he might already be finished after this one hot lap. After his first and only hot lap, so to speak. End of Sector 2, beginning of Sector 3. Meanwhile, it looks a bit more sunny, so no threat of rain here for the last minutes of qualifying. And Xavi is 13th. There was a, what is it? Mercedes starting in the wrong direction. Standing there in Sennaes. Who is on a hot lap? Who is on a hot lap? Maybe this man, Svan Hortsen. Another reserve driver for tonight. Didn't see the comparison at the end of Sector 1. Let's just see what the time will bring for him at the end of Sector 2. No, he is slow. No improvement for him. so he needs to hurry up. He needs to hurry in case he wants to try another improving hard lap time. I just wanted to jump to Kazel as he was still the only one without a time set. But he did so now. Kazel is in 14th. Xavi pushing himself up into 8th. Who we were just running with. Tesla, the pole setter, is on a hard lap again. And Xavi too. That is a bit of strange timing. Either strange timing or all our drivers intend to do 2 out laps in case of tire temperature or getting grooved in or whatever it is. Tesla on a hot lap, Justice now on a hot lap. Strange timing, strange timing. Van Rotprix has quitted or maybe crashed. There's some colored car standing in the center S. Somewhere here. Oh, didn't see it. There he was. There he was. At the end of sector 1. At the end of the center S, you can see in the background there on the Pirelli banner. Xavi improving by 7 thousandths. And Tesla has improved his time a little bit. Just half a tenth, but a little bit. Justice is still second, so that is okay. That is good. Right when I say it. New pole setting time from the McLaren, 106.7. Ariel Justice back in the pole, half a tenth ahead of Tesla. And what is Xavi doing? Improving by 1.5 tenths. That is not bad. That is good, but that would give him only the edge over maybe Wesley and Tenkate. But that would not be enough to attack the front row. It is only P3 for Xavi, who is fighting and battling for the championship. But he is only in 3rd, while his big rival is sitting in the pole position right now. And as there is only a minute left or so, I think this is already it. Decision has already been made. Yes, Tesla back to the pits. Justice is slow. Xavi is slow too. Tesla has just retired, so things are decided, at least for the front rows. And Tenkate pushing over Xavi, making Xavi go back 1 position, means he is even away a bit further now from his main rival. What is Wesley doing? Nothing. He is finished. Chronicle Blitz does not look fast anymore. Black Mamba is already finished. Okay guys, I think that is it. I think that is it. I think no one is on a hot lap still. Multi-wrap. No, he has but that is the lap time. So. Everyone is finished. Chronicle Blitz, the only one who is still running but returning to the pits. Yep. So this is it. A bit of strange finish of our quali. A bit unrhythmic. But okay. It is as it is. Congratulations to Ariel Justice for yet another pole position. And he's doing the right things in order to stay in the lead. Here we see our starting grid. Justice ahead, then Tesla second, Tenkate third, Xavi in 4th. At least he can still see his main rival, Justice. 5th is Wesley, 6th Chronicle Blitz, 7th Black Mamba, 8th Multi-Rap, 9th Xavi, 10th Fox Blue, 11 Donkey Dan, 12 Leroy, 12 Svan Hortzen, 13 Staffrudis, 15 Kazel, 16 Van Rotprix, and no time set for Brent. So our drivers have around about half a minute left of time to set their tire strategy and change some minor tweaks on their setup. Let's have a look. Is it dry? It is dry. Sunny, slightly cloudy. So fair weather here in Interlagos, and I will be back with you in a moment. So here we are in our installation lap 0 of 36. The tires, top 10 have to use the softs they qualified on, of course. 11 onwards, Donkey Dan and further have 3 tire options. Donkey Dan mediums, then Leroy and Svan Hortsen on softs. We see twice hards, that is Stafruris and Famrodpri, and Kazel and Brandland on mediums again. So multiple tire strategies possible. Who knows me? I don't like to start on hards so much, I admit. I always say the same on this spot, on this occasion, because you have just one set of hards, you need to make them last long, so you cannot have front wing damage in the early get-go of the race. But okay, let's just see how it all will go down the wire. You can see that it is a bit of uphill here on the start-finish straight. Means in real life, drivers have to step on the brake, not to roll backwards. So unpleasant situation in real life F1. But this is none of our concerns here right now. The 5 red lights of Interlagos, and then the Delta T Brazilian Grand Prix. Here we go, go, go. Good start from Justice and Tenkate, I think. Tesla in a bit of trouble, but could defend his second position. Wheel to wheel between Shabby and Tenkate. Shabby up into third. And in the background, a bit of dust, but I think everything went well. At least I didn't see any major issues there. Let's see what happens in turn 3. Oh, some slide from Shabby. That means he lost P3 again to Tenkate. Ooh, and some crash in the background. Favlotri it is. Cannot jump to him. He is already out. And we have a VSC. The Alpha Tauri is out. I think it was Alpha Tauri, and dangerous situation. Chronicle Blitz there, spinning under VSC condition. Yeah, Famrod pre out. That is sad for him, and it is very big when you think of the Constructors' Championship. Alpha Tauri 2 points behind McLaren, and they only have Shabby left to acquire points. So this is a big blow on the Constructor Championship hopes for Tauri. Pit stops. Who is it? Wesley and Black Mamba. Where is he? Black Mamba, Wesley. Didn't see Wanted to check if he needed a new nose. Black Mamba needs either a new nose or... Yes. There it is, new nose for him. So, but we are in green condition. We are racing here in Sao Paulo. We see Justice leading the way ahead of Tesla, Tenkate and Shabby. Yeah, Shabby was already up over Tenkate and then threw it away again as he had some acceleration troubles. Shabby had a chance to step on the podium, but okay, the race is still long. But now Tenkate, Justice has two drivers in between him and his main rival, so he would make up even more points. He would increase his gap in the standings by another 13 points. How things stand now, but the big but right now, he could not shake off Tesla, so the drivers behind him are all in the DRS window, indirectly in Justice DRS window. Shabby, Tenkate, Tesla, all of them are allowed to open up the rear wing, and the DRS zones here in Sao Paulo are so long. It is so important, this approximately 20 kilometers backed up top speed, but Tenkate might have dropped out. You can see the 1.1, he needs to stay within 1 second. And it looks like Tenkate, yes, he's out. He's even out by 1.2 seconds now. So that means Shabby, there he is, will attack him now. No chance for a defense for Tenkate in the Haas. Shabby just cruises by. Let's see if Tenkate might be able to counter that on the next long straight. I'll have a look how far away he is. Have a look how big the gap of Shabby to Tenkate already is. No chance for a counter for the Dutchman. And so now Shabby needs to catch up, needs to make up at least 1/10 to Tesla so that he is inside the DRS window again. And then Shabby has a chance to crawl up and potentially attack Tesla and then maybe Justice. So this could turn into an interesting situation here very soon. While it looks like Tenkate is not able to match the pace of Shabby, he is still in the DRS window, but not for long. And Shabby, did he make it into the 1 second window? Nope, not yet. He looked faster over the whole lap, but to the detection mark he wasn't in. And ahead, Tesla is close to Justice. Mercedes against McLaren Mercedes. Does he? No, he doesn't. He is very close here at turn 3, but not close enough to dare an attack. And Shabby looks like he is in the DRS window of Tesla. Just needs to hold it within the 1 second mark right now, and then he'll have a chance to crawl up. So this is a very interesting combination from P1 to 4. I don't want to forget all the others, all our midfielders. We see a decent battle group there too, Multi-Rap, Donkey Dan, Leroy. But we will have a look at them, but at the moment it is just very tense and exciting here on the podium discussion at our podium runners, because it's not only for the victory or not only for the podium, it is for the championship hopes to attack. No, wasn't sure about the camera angle, but Tesla did not dare again. And Shabby is getting closer, 6/10 here right now. Tenkate I still think he cannot match the pace, but he somehow manages to just stay in the DRS window. And right when I said it, Tenkate has dropped over the 1 second mark, so he's tendering around the 1 second, a bit in, a bit out. But now here where the detection is, it looks like he is out, and that would mean that the top 3 would crawl away from him. So 3.5 tenths the gap, Tesla to Justice. Oh, he doesn't dare again. He doesn't dare again. It looks like Justice is always just that little bit faster on acceleration to sneak away just barely far enough not to be attacked. If you have a look at the minimap on the bottom right side, you can see the big gap already between the first 4 colored bubbles, and then Xavi 5.5 seconds away after 7 laps. There's 1 whole straight in between them already by now. So there hasn't happened anything big yet. Oh, and just when I say it, there was the mistake of Justice. And Tesla muscles through on the inside. DRS in favor for Tesla, and all of a sudden Xavi is there too. Xavi against Justice. Big battle here right now. Wheel to wheel in Senna is better lane now for Xavi, better lane now for Justice. And Justice stayed ahead, just barely. DRS now for both of them. Better lane to defend for Justice. Ooh, baby, a little bit attack there. Push Xavi slightly on the grass. Ooh. Not an unfair maneuver, I would like to call it, but hard fighting here, and they fight for a reason. They fight for the championship. While we see yellow in sector 2, that must have been Fox Blue. Fox Blue just had to dig himself out of the grass there. Oh, have a look, he is wiggling, There's got to be some issue on his ass, and they collided. He collided with Wesley, and Wesley is out. That handed Fox Blue a 5 seconds penalty, but that was definitely not on his account. That was not his fault. He was sliding. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe he has a puncture. Maybe his tires are heating, and Wesley just wanted to go around him and couldn't quite avoid him. And the VSC, and that causes multiple drivers to pit. This is Xavi going for hearts. Kazel was in, Justice was in, Justice on mediums. That is interesting. That will be a strategy battle between our top drivers now. Justice is still ahead of Xavi by a second, so better pit stop from the McLaren crew. Drive-through penalty for Kazel. We will have a look at the penalties in just a moment, but it's only Kazel who is penalized. So Tesla went through, Multi-Rep did so too, and Brent. They are now the top 3, our top 3 leaders. Tesla still running on his softs, one of the drivers of our starting battle group from earlier. And then Justice on fresh mediums, Xavi on fresh hards. Xavi on fresh hards. That will be the question now. Can he match the pace of the mediums from Justice? If he can, yeah, he could go through now. I think that Xavi will try to go through on this hards if there isn't any late safety car in his favor. And if he can match the pace, he is already the winner. At least a winner between those two boys. because Justice needs to stop again. Shabby does not. If Shabby can just stay in the DRS window for the time until Justice has to pit, he will be ahead of his main rival. Tenkate, by the way, in 6 was in 2 on fresh mediums now. And Chronicle Blitz stopped for mediums, Leroy for hards, Donkey Dan mediums, Shabby hards, Fox Blue mediums. Fox Blue, the driver who caused all that, yeah, what is it? I don't want to call it chaos because it wasn't chaos, but it was the first intense moment, and we have seen Justice passing Brent. That is interesting. That is a good situation for Justice. He has managed to bring one person in between him and Shabby now. But still, Shabby doesn't even have to stay inside the 1 second window. He just needs to stay inside the pit stop delta. So something around 23, 25 seconds or so. And maybe a little bit extra, because Justice will then go faster in the end. So we have 12 laps in the books. That is exactly the 1/3 mark of our race. Tesla leading the way, still racing on his starting tire. Likewise to multi-wrap, and there's the attack from Shabby over Brent now, following his main rival just 1 lap later. But all that intercursion caused him to drop out of the DRS window. Pit stops Black Mamba and Kazel, while I wanted to wait and see if Brent can stay within the DRS window. Ah, yes, he can, barely, but he should be in. The outer lane, yes, looks up to the sky now. 20 extra kilometers per hour here, and no chance for an attack, but close enough. At least close enough to stay in the window. While Shabby is 1.3 seconds behind Justice, 1.4 now. So Justice is slightly faster, slightly faster. But that's okay for Shabby. That is okay for Shabby. As long as it isn't more than a 10th per lap, he will take it. So, yellow in sector 2. Who was that? Aha, is that Tenkate? No. His teammate Fox Blue has retired. Fox Blue was out there. There will be a car now, I think. Oh, already vanished. Ah, there it was. There it was. Expected him 1 or 2 turns earlier. Only yellow, no safety car needed there. And Justice is crawling closer to multi-wrap. I wanted to have a look at the midfield battles, but there is actually no so real battle. That's the reason why we watch Justice here getting closer to Multirub, and Shabby will hope that Multirub might be able to hold him up a little bit longer, might hold him up for just half a second, what would mean that Shabby would be in the DRS window. Then again, attack over the outside lane, outside here in center S, yes. Easy as it gets. For Justice, no chance for an attack for Multirub, no chance to hold him up. What probably Shabby was hoping for. Pit stop Sven Hartzen. Sven Hartzen, that's his name. And Chronicle Blitz has swapped positions with Staffaruris after the back straight DRS zone there. Oh, Tesla in the pits. Tesla now finally pitting. Let's have a look where he will be then track-wise. Soft to yellow. Okay. Interesting. But I still think that he will intend to go through. If you can have 16 laps on softs, you can do 20 on mediums. Still in P5 or P6, maybe close to 10 kT now. No, not close. Not close. So the interesting thing is, before our VSC, Tesla, Justice, Shabby, all those were very close. They were battling for the lead or the podium positions. And now have a look, Justice and Shabby is still in P1 and 2, while Tesla is down to only P6. That tells, at least for the moment, it was a mistake for Tesla to stay out. He lost a lot of time there, obviously, on his old softs. But on the other hand, he can probably go through on these mediums now. Similar to Shabby on the hards, but unlike Justice, who still has to pit. Attack from Shabby, no, from Tesla against 10 kT. Maybe a little bit over the grass. But it was okay according to our race marshals. Yeah, and he really looks faster than 10 kT, already pulling away. 10 kT is already out of the DRS window, my goodness. So it is actually only Brandt who's in the DRS window, and now not anymore because Multirub has pitted. So let's stay with him for a moment, our Alfa Romeo driver. He is going from red to yellow. He will go through on this set as well, pretty sure about that. Let's see where he will be track-wise then. Shortly behind the Chronicle Blitz, 1.3, 1.4 seconds. Let's have a quick look about the penalty situation. They are not that severe. A handful of +3s. For Chronicle Blitz, the Fruitis, Kiran, Kaisel, and double +3 for Black Mamba. So that is pretty much okay, I would like to say, for exactly the midway mark of this race. And Tesla is close to Brent, who is still running on his starting medium set, and now Brent should be ahead. Yes, it is. Easy as it can be. Against the driver on old tires, plus DRS, and this went very easy in his direction. Only driver, just one of a few drivers in the S window that is multi-wrap against Chronicle Blitz. I expected him, multi-wrap, to be closer to the Blitz after his pit stop, but at least now he is close. And there he is ahead. Multi-wrap, swap positions with Chronicle Blitz on the DRS, straight DRS zone. And yes, no counter from the Ferrari. He is just a little bit slower on his used mediums. Let's have a look what's happening here. Battle for 11th. Xavi against Kazel. Kazel on pretty old mediums. He needs to pit in soon. He will then go to softs and finish the race on them. With 15.5 laps remaining, that is possible from now onwards. Brent in the pits, and Brent will do just that. Yes, yellow to soft. Let's see what Xavi can do in the DS zone here against the Red Bull of Kazel, zooming into him, and he is ahead, still already before the Senna S, and now Kazel doesn't look like as if he could counter it. Nope, he can't. Yeah, Brent is in a pretty good situation here right now, in 8th, close behind Chronicle Blitz. Here we are with him in the DRS window, faster tire, fresh soft tire. Yeah, and that was pretty easy again, making him 7th. Who's next? Who's next? Multi-wrap is next. Who just didn't dare to attack Leroy. And Multi-wrap now has to watch his rearview mirror, because the Alfa Romeo, his teammate actually, Brent, will get bigger and bigger very, very fast. Have a look, Brent is already at the 1 second mark now inside the DRS window. At the beginning of the lap he was away by 2 more seconds. pit stop 10 Kate. Here's the attack from Multirap. That should go. That should work easily. Yes, it does. It does. And Brent is in striking distance already as well too. Multirap defending himself. Maybe a bit of attack against Leroy. Wow, dangerous. Brent here on the inside lane. Not sure if Leroy really saw him or realized it. So this will be an interesting three-man battle. Battle for fourth. Ooh, oh, there was a tag. There was a slight tag from Brent against the wheel of Leroy. Not sure if Brent really wanted to attack or he just was too late on the brake, and now he's through. Even before the DS zone, fresh soft tire against the used hards. And now against Multirap, not yet. Fresh soft against more or less fresh medium. DRS in favor of Brent. And goodbye. He is through. Yeah, Brent, after his pit stop, he was in 8th and now he's up to 4th. So definitely the correct tire choice for him. Yellow in sector 2, no, already vanished. Correct tire choice for Brent, but now he is 21 seconds away from Shabby, so that he will probably not be able to make up until the end of the race. I'm in the lead with 11.5 laps remaining. Justice will have to, consider a big decision now. When to pit or if to pit. Not sure if that is really an option. Not sure if he can make it through the race. Oh, and he picked up a 3 seconds penalty for corner cuttings. That will not make it any easier for Justice. And if Justice stays with his rhythm and might not be able to race next week, that would mean, that this 3 seconds penalty has just become even more important. Because if he cannot win tonight, if he cannot race next week, he needs to win tonight to give himself a big cushion. And by the way, we have, what was it? I think 12 points of gap. So in case Justice would make up 13 points on Shabby, Justice would already be champion here tonight. Didn't mention that yet, so he could snatch the championship tonight. But right now he would make up only 10 points of those 13 he needs. Ooh, bit of attack there. Leroy against Multirap, but not unfair. Just racing incident here in Senna S. No damage to anyone, and now the DRS attack from Multirap. And yes, he's through. Now he is through. So I always have one eye on our top 3. They are 2.5 seconds away, so rather close, those 3 boys. Just waiting for the next thing to happen. The race takes itself a little bit of breather here, at least speaking about the podium discussion. 10 Kate, by the way, down to P8 after another pit stop. He had a good first part of the race, and now down to only P8. And there's the counter. Is he? He dared but couldn't pull it through, Leroy. But due to DRS, it looks like just a matter of time until Leroy might slip through again. So the situation about the top three is an interesting one, because even if Justice could somehow make it through on this set of tire right now, with this 3 seconds penalty, he would automatically be only in third anymore. So it more or less doesn't matter if he stops or not. Here's the overtake from Leroy. Doesn't matter if Justice overtakes, pits or not. He will be in third anyway. So I think he should try it. Just try it and risk it and get himself a fresh set of softs. And then just try and make the best out of it. With 8 laps remaining then. The gap is big enough so that he should stay ahead of Brent. But I don't know if he listens to me. I'm not sure if he has the video, the live stream open when driving. Some drivers do, some drivers don't. Some prefer to just be alone and focus and concentrate on themselves. Some of the leagues I work with tend to be in here to just listen to me and get some general information about the race, what is going on, at least listening to what I tell them. And Tesla is close. Tesla here in second. He will enter the battle for the lead pretty soon, and ahead of Justice there is Black Mamba, who will be lapped now. Tesla just not fast enough on the straight. Maybe Justice is DRS equipped from the slow drivers ahead. Yes, he is. Justice is DRS equipped. That explains why Tesla couldn't catch up to Justice on the long straight, even though using DRS. Black Mamba going out of the way. That was a pretty fair maneuver. And now Tesla is close. He looks really close here. Shabby 1.5 seconds behind. Shabby is not in the position to attack, not in a situation to fight for a P2 or P1. But he knows he just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Justice and he will be ahead anyway. And now the attack from Tesla outside lane. Watch out not to break on the grass, but that was easy. Very easy, just cruising by Justice on the outside lane. Justice, who is down to second. Can he counter it? Nope. So we have a new leader. Tesla again in the prime spot. But Shabby isn't far away either. Just a little bit more than a second. Ferrari to being lapped. Chronicle Blitz, I suppose. That costed them a little bit of time. Justice and Shabby a bit farther away now. Not a good spot to run into traffic there. Yeah, Justice will not pit again, so he will make his mediums go through. That is big job then in the end for him. Going for 26 laps or something on mediums, so that is really long. But he cannot push anymore, he cannot go fast, he just needs to try and survive, to stay alive somehow on this set of rubber until the end. Same goes for, I would like to say, everyone around them. So even Brent on the 10 laps old softs will not be able to push further. He is 22.5 seconds away. So and with Shabby now on old hards, he cannot go much faster as well. And Tesla on the 15 laps old mediums, he will be a bit faster than Justice, but that doesn't matter anyway, because Tesla will finish ahead of Justice due to the penalties, as long as Tesla doesn't pick up one himself. And right now it would look like that Justice will be ranked back. Shabby will finish ahead of Justice due to the 3 seconds penalty in Justice backpack, and that would mean we will have 9 points of difference between P1 and P2 in our Drivers' Championship when we turn to the last race next week. 9 points, that is not a lot. I really hope that Justice will be racing, will be active next Monday. Championship should not be decided due to inactivity. I hope those boys will both be active and race it out then next week. Let's have a look about the penalties. Everybody should be finished on the tire strategy, so let's just have a look at the penalty seconds for the last 3 laps. Not too big, few +3s handed out, +9 each for Black Mamba and Kazel. The rest is more or less okay, I would like to say. And these 3 points that Shabby will acquire more than Justice then in the end will be enough to push AlphaTauri ahead of McLaren in the Constructors' Championship by just 1 point. And here is Shabby very close to Justice. Better acceleration of Shabby, and he's ahead. Yes, he is ahead. He didn't even need the pound seconds, and now Justice pits. Oh my. Now he does. And oh my goodness. Justice picked up a 5 seconds penalty speeding in the pit lane. He goes from bad to worse. And there he had to pit. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? He needed to pit anyway, so why wait so long? Oh my. And now he must watch out with all those penalties to stay ahead of Brent. No, he won't stay ahead of Brent. Have a look. +8 for Justice, +3 for Brent. That will mean if he cannot increase the gap by 2 more seconds in those 2 laps remaining, Justice will be ranked behind Brent then, and that would mean he would make 12 points, so he would lose 6 on Shabby, and that means that the cushion he has is split in half. He will have 6 points of gap. 6 points of breathing room then when we have our last race next week. And now it might look like he is fast enough to get Brent in the 5 seconds distance again. 4.9 now, so maybe that will work. Maybe, yes, now it is over 5, so maybe Justice will stay on the podium, giving him 3 more points. That would mean he is up by 9 points then over Xabi when we turn for our season finale. 10 Karte up in 17th. Bit of damage limitation, but that was because of some mistake from Donkey Dan, I think. Anyway, we are in our last lap. And this is Tesla, and we are with him just in the important moment when he crosses the checkered flag. Congratulations to Nikola Tesla, our reserve, winning the Brazilian Grand Prix. Second, Xabi doing what he can in order to stay close in the championship battle. RDL Justice, damage limitation for him as well, posting the fastest lap in the very end, giving him an extra point. And all that means that Xabi can make up only 2 points. So 10 points then his gap, his cushion when we turn to the season finale. 4th Brent, 5th, and multi-rep, big points, important points for the Alfa Romeo team. And with Xabi 2nd, Justice 3rd, plus fastest lap, I think we are now level on the Constructors' Championship. Points level between Alpha Tauri and McLaren. Can't get any closer. So here's our podium with 2 Mercedes and 1 Honda engine, some digital champagne, and then here we are now in our race results from Brazil. Tesla has won it ahead of Xabi and Justice. 4th Brent, 5th multi-rep, 6th Leroy, 7th 10 Karte, P8 Donkey Dan, 9th Stafarulis, 10th is Xabi, last point for the Ferrari. In 11th then Kazel, 12th goes to Black Mamba, 13 Chronicle Blitz, 14 Svan Hortzen, and not finished is Fox Blue, Wesley, and Famrotpri. So this was the Brazilian Grand Prix from Interlagos near Sao Paulo. Thanks for being with us. This was the penultimate race. We have one race left, one little race left to clear, to decide our battles. And this last 12th and final race will be held in Mexico City next week, next Monday evening, 6 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Continental. Don't miss out our season finale then, when we answer the question Xabi or Justice, and Alpha Tauri or McLaren. I hope you liked it tonight. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you want to be notified for the season finale, just hit the subscribe button and YouTube will shoot you a message once the broadcast goes online. Until then, I wish you a very nice week. Have a pleasant week. And stay safe in these times. And keep racing.